My dear students, good morning everybody. And this is the third class of your particular subject is business environment and MCO 4. And for today's class for discussion is MCO 4 block number 3. But in previous class, we have already covered the legal environment and some of the concepts regarding the business environment, like as a topic, socio-economic environment. And today's class for discussion, that is called as a regarding the financial market. Means now I am presenting the particular slide, and you see 1 minute. I'm sharing. My dear students, this is the MCO 4 and block number 3, and the topic is regulation of financial market, and the subject is business environment. Myself, Dr. Durga Madhav Mahapatra, lecturer in commerce, Fakirmohan Autonomous College, Baleshwar, and counselor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. In front of you, I am presenting my through PowerPoint presentation through virtual mode. My dear students, as regards to the particular topic, I want to mention finance is a lifeblood of the business. Without finance, no business can exist. Whether it may be a small scale business, whether it may be a bigger size of business enterprise, or maybe you may call it as a sole trading business or partnership business or company form of business or cooperative form of business. Whatever the business enterprise is, the finance is required. But the topic regarding the today's topic for the class is financial market. If you talk about market, market is a place where two players are there. Two players. One player name is buyer, another player name is the seller. If you talk about market, that is not only the buying and selling, that means financial market means it is a place where buying and selling of securities or shares or bonds or any type of financial instruments which can be exchanged through a manner that is called, that type of market is called as a financial market. My dear students, today's class for the discussion, there are 4 units are there, and the particular block is very much heavy enough to discuss. But however, I have to complete within a stipulated time period. I hope you must enjoy my PPTs and also my talks. My dear student, in the unit 9, the topic is financial market. Unit 10 is the capital market. Unit 11 is the regulation of capital market, and as well as unit 12, that is called as a investors protection and corporate governance. If you talk about the unit 9 regarding the financial market, in the financial market, there is a finance is necessary for any particular business house. The financial avenues, or if you talk about financial product, or financial concept, it may be divided into 4 parts. 5 parts. One is financial assets, another one is financial intermediaries, another one is financial market, another one is financial rate of return, and last one is financial instruments. If you talk about financial assets, first of all, the concept is what is asset. Asset is anything which are used for future operation to the enterprise and belonging to the enterprise. It means the assets may be the tangible assets or intangible assets, but here I have mentioned the assets may be divided into 2 parts on finance point of view, that is physical assets, another one is financial assets. If I am talking about physical assets, it means that is called as a building, and that is called a land, and some other assets which you can see, or you cannot be used for further production. That's called as a physical assets. If you talk about financial assets, the assets may be marketable assets or non-marketable assets. And if you talk about marketable assets, that is maybe shares or bonds or government securities, mutual funds, debentures. These are called as a financial avenues or financial products, or you may call it as a financial the assets through which it can be marketable in between two person, and one is buyer and seller, and the you may call it as a the agent and principal relationship is also focused on the particular type of marketable assets. If you talk about share, what is share? The capital of the company is divided into smaller number of units, called as a share. And the person who is holding the share is called as a shareholder. And certainly, the shares can be, there are different types of shares are there, equity share, and preference share. There are the other type of shares are there, but that can be marketable one, and that can be exchanged to transfer to one person to another person, and these are called as a marketable assets. And certainly some government securities, government bonds, or government also issues certain type of shares, like as a RBI is issued certain type of shares, that is called as the government security. You may call, or you look at any of the newspaper, that it is says GACC. GACC means government securities. Another one is a non-marketable assets, that is fixed in term, like as a post office certificate, NSE, or any Vikas Yojana certificates, LIC schemes, bank deposits, public provident fund, that cannot be transferable to another person. Means when you purchase the particular certificate or scheme of LIC or bank deposits can be incurred on your name, you cannot be transferred to the another person. Either you have to exchange it, then it can transport, but indirectly you cannot transport. So these are the assets, may be marketable and non-marketable assets. But my dear student, if you talk about in a broader way sense of financial assets, that may be cash assets, like as a coin, currency, bank deposits. These we called as a cash assets. Means that is converted into cash also easily. Or debt assets, you may call as a debenture, bond. There are different other fixed deposit schemes are there. Stock assets, you may call as a share, preference share also there. So these are the some of the assets through which the particular financial market can establish. In the tune of financial market, some person can have a mediator in between the buyer and seller. That mediator or that person are called as a, you may call as a agent, you may call as a intermediaries. Now I am talking about financial intermediaries. There are different type of intermediaries there. For example, bank is an intermediary, financial institution is an intermediary, and any of the NBFC, non-banking financial corporation, these are also intermediaries. Or you see in the gold loan is provided by the some of the NBFC banks. I'm talking about NBFC banks or NBFC companies, like as a Muthoot Finance or any type of gold company. This institution you may call as a intermediaries. It means the intermediaries means they are facilitators of individual and corporate customers. These are the two types. One is capital market intermediaries, another one is money market intermediaries. If I am talking about money market intermediaries, that is may be related to short-term funds to the individual. And if you talk about the capital market intermediaries, the huge amount of fund or huge outlay of funds to the individuals and corporate bodies also. But my dear student, to whom you called as a financial intermediaries? Someone is working at a different NBFC company, someone is working at a different mutual fund company, someone is working at a different insurance sector company. These are the real market intermediaries in a particular world of financial institutions. Means they may be called as a lead manager, they may be called as a registrar, they may be called as a depositories, they may be called as a clearing corporation, they may be called as a share broker, they may be called as a credit rating agencies. There are different rating agencies are there who can rate the shares and bonds and debenture, like as a ICRA and like a the and underwriter are also there, custodian also there, portfolio managers are there, mutual fund managers are there, investment companies are there. These are called as a market intermediaries. Intermediaries means in between two person, buyer and seller, one person can equip the proper transaction can be carried smoothly by the particular person. That mediator or that agent relationship, that is called as a financial market intermediary. My dear students, now I am talking about financial market. If you talk about financial market, there are two types of financial market are there. I can divide in two parts. One is organized, another one is unorganized. But if you look at the in a barter system or in primitive day stages, what it means, these are mostly focused on unorganized market. But it means some money lender, you may call as a their way of doing the business is called as an unorganized way, or indigenous bankers, traders, chit fund companies. They are not control or purview under the Reserve Bank of India. But in the organized market, it is divided into two: money market and capital market. And these are the purview under the RBI, Reserve Bank of India, as well as they are abide some of the guidelines of the SEBI also. So that, my dear student, financial market always focused on two parts: organized and unorganized. For example, so if a high net worth individual can give loans to the smaller type of business enterprises persons, these are called, this the way of a rate of a high rate of interest can be imposed on, that is called as the unorganized of market. Another, my dear student, the question is, what is money market and what it concepts? Money market, my dear students, before I'm starting with the money market, I want to state my sentence in one word. Market is two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. Listen carefully. Market is two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. And capital market is divided into another two types. One is primary market, another one is secondary market. I am repeatedly say, my dear student, listen carefully. Market is two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. And next one is capital market is divided into two parts. One is primary market, another one is secondary market. But if you distinguish with the money market and capital market, the money market is using the short-term funds, and capital market, they are using the only long-term funds. Means now I am discussing the money market concept. If you talk about money market, it means it is a high liquid market, short-term maturity are traded, short-term funds are to be generated, like as within a 1 year, that type of a market or that type of products, financial products, are to be purchased and sold in the particular market. And money market is always in unregulated or informal market. This is not structural way of marketing of doing the business. Capital market is always focused on the only regulated by the Reserve Bank of India as well as SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. And money market, but it is only short-term, unregulated, informal, and it is within a 1 year that borrowing and lending can be also focused on. My dear students, if you look at the particular film of Scam 1992, you see in a money market how due to this money market, the scam is arises by the Harshad Mehta. And if you understand the particular concept, you better to view the particular web series that is called as a Scam 1992. Means, my dear student, next one is the money market structure. There are money market structure are different, other ways are there. What are the structure? Unorganized way, organized way, cooperative sector, and there are some of the guidelines are there. These are the some in structure in the particular money market. Another one is, yeah, I'm talking about now organized. If you talk about market is two parts in organized and unorganized, then it can be divided into money and capital. If you talk about organized, it means some regulatory purview under the particular market is there. Organized means some central government rules is there, state government rule is there, DFHI, discount and high house finance of India is there, mutual funds are there, public sector undertakings are there, cooperative banks, institution, NBFC. I mean, these are the abide by the some of the RBI regulation and the SEBI regulations. But if you talk about unorganized way of doing, already I am stated, the high net worth individual giving or providing funds to the a certain type of small money lenders, that type of money lenders, indigenous banker, and that type of NBFC chit fund companies are called as the unorganized market. You see, there are lots of chit fund scams are arises. Why these arises? Because due to only not regulated by the RBI. But in the present situation, somehow the state government and RBI has looked into this matter. But however, I am mentioning that unorganized market activities are not systematically coordinated. Here, word I am using systematically coordinated by the RBI. But if you talk about some of the indigenous bankers, they are also covered under the unorganized market. Like as in Gujarati, Sarfs are there, or Multani or Sikhpur is there, and Chettis are there, Marwadis are there, and big Kayast families are there. These are persons, these are the families are basically the best example of unorganized market, because so some bigger high net worth Marwadi families is there. They are giving loans to the persons or enterprise. That type of individuals you may call as a unorganized market. They are doing type of funds or providing funds. Now I am talking about financial instruments. If you talk about financial instruments or financial securities, there are if you talk about securities or if you talk about instruments, if you talk about financial avenues, these are the similar meaning are there. But here question is, if I am talking about my personal securities, personal instrument, I have on some cash, I have on some bank deposits, I have on some shares, I have on some debenture, I have on some gold, I have on some of the land and building, and so I have on some agreement papers are there. These are the avenues of mine, and it is called as a financial assets. When financial assets means it is looks like a cash and cash equivalents. Cash, it is means it is in form of cash, means it is a tangible one. Cash equivalents means if you realize these assets, automatically the cash can be obtained. That is called as a cash equivalents. And if you talk about bank deposits, if you talk about shares, if you talk about debentures, if you talk about gold, if you talk about land building, anything, these are called as a cash equivalents. But my dear students, there are different issues are there through which it can be easily liquidated, and maturity period is there, have some possession value is there, it can easily transferable also. These are the concept of financial securities and financial instruments. But my dear student, if you talk about financial market is there, financial intermediary is there, financial instrument is there, and these are the some of the players in the overall concept of the financial market. These are the players. And how they play in a particular market, that is the need of our to know about each and bit of everything. And next another topic of ingredient of a financial market, that is financial rate of return. If you talk about rate of return, it means interest. If you talk about interest, or you may call it as a dividend, you may call it as a benefit. It means, so if you purchase government bonds, you get some of the fixed rate of dividend. That is called as a one type of financial rate of return. If you talk about purchasing of corporate bond, or interest rate structure is also there, free market courses are there, and there are different way the rate of return can changes. Now I am the real topic. I am now starting my topic. That is, what is the concept of financial market? If you talk about financial market, it is a one type of relations between the investors and lender, relation between the borrowers and users, and it is a relation between the funds transfer, and it consists of individual investor to financial investor, institution to credit instrument also. These are called a concept of, that is called as a financial market. Means financial market where there are the transmission of funds in between two parties. Who are the two parties? Investors and lenders, borrowers and users, and they can transfer their funds. And there are different functions of financial market are there. What are these functions? Means there is an interaction between investor and borrower. That is providing securities also, liquidity is also. Liquidity, security, pricing of information. If you look at any of the business paper, business paper means Business World or Business Standard or Business Line or Mint. If you see this paper, certainly some of the share market prices are to be obtained from the everyday. It means that is the way through which you can readily get information or necessary information through the different way. And if you talk about market, I am always said market is two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. If you talk about money market, there is a short-term market, I am already stated. But if you talk about capital market, that is a long-term market, I am already stated. Money market is always related to within a 1 year. Money market is related to deal with the banks, financial institutions and companies and short-term funds also. And there are different characteristics of money market are there. What are these characteristics? It is highly organized, and it can presence of central bank also. It is also availability on credit instrument also, and there is ample of resources also. It means the way they doing the particular type of money market is highly organized related to banking system. Why I am calling as a related to organized banking system? It means the RBI has opened their eye upon the money market instruments. Another one is there are different definitions are there in money market. Money market is the name which is given to the various firm institution deal with various grades of near money. And there are different characteristics of money market is there. These are some of the characteristics. And some of the importance of money market is there. What are these importance? It is deal for the trade and commerce and growth and development of the capital market and smooth functioning of the commercial banks, effective control, monetary policy. I mean, these are some issues which are undertaken through the money market. Means money market is a short-term market. What are these? I want to discuss one by one. Call money market is there, treasury bills is there, and certainly some bills of exchange is there. There are different types of money market, component of money market are there. What are these? Call money market, you see in my slide, you see what are the components, what are the ingredients of money market? Call money market, treasury bill market, another commercial bill market, acceptance market is there. There are 4 components of money market are there. Call money, treasury bill, acceptance market, and commercial bill market is there. My dear student, if you talk about another slide, it is better to view call money, commercial bill or discount market. Another one is treasury bill market. Another one is acceptance market. But if you talk about this market, these are the composition of money market. Call money, what is call money? Means those type of loans, those type of short form duration within 1 to 14 days. If you talk about 1 to 14 days, that type of trading of activities are covered under the money market. And money market is divided into another 3 parts. One is call money, notice money, and term money. If you talk about call money, that is within a 1 day, that you may call it as a call money. or you may 1 day to less than 15 days. If your investment is arises, that is called as a notice money, and term money, that is called as a it is more than 15 days, that is called as a term money. And term money is related to interbank market, and notice money within the 1 day to 14 days, and within a 1 day the particular market or the particular performance can be evaluated by the through RBI. It can also be focused on that type of bank borrowings. This market is called as a call money. Mean there are three parts of call money market are there. One is call money, notice below 14 day, another one term money above than 15 days. And these are the really the demand of the funds and for the large outlay of funds through the, and it can be managed through RBI also. But certainly there are different types of points in the call money market are there. But certain positive points are there. What are the positive points? It is highly liquid, highly profitable, highly liquid, and it is safe because there is RBI is also there, and it can assist to the central bank operation also. But sometimes some mischievous activities are going on in a particular market, so that the particular scam is arises, so that the particular fraud is arises, so that the white collar crimes is arises, so that the particular type of embellishment of funds is arises. My point here is call money not only as it is a short-term market also within the 14 days also, or minimum to 15 days, near to be 15 days also, but it is highly liquid and highly profitable and within a short duration of period of time, and RBI is open on eye to look into the matter of the call money market. But it can be, operation can be done through two parts. One is directly, another one is indirectly. If you talk about directly, there are two parties are there, borrower and lenders. Through telephone, they are asking each other, and they are transacting the particular type of funds arrangement, that is called as a directly. And if you talk about indirectly, that is also two parties are there, borrowers and lenders, through DFHI, Discount Finance House of India. Through DFHI, it is a one institution who can manage the particular type of money market operation. So that it can be that operation, how it will be operated, and there is some settlement schemes are there, through which in my PPT you see there are different schemes through which it can, through DFHI, how it will be dealt, how it will be negotiated, particular fund requirement and rate of interest, and dealing settlement advice is also exchanged, that covered under the particular money market determination. Next money market component is the commercial bill market or discount market. If you talk about bill, you read in your graduation level or in plus 2 level, there are bills of exchanges is there, promissory note is there. These concepts are covered under the commercial bill market or discount market. It means it is also a deal in the short-term bills. Or it may be there are two parties are there, drawer, drawee. Drawer you may call as a borrower, drawee you may call as a creditor, and there are different bills bills are there through which you can trade in a consistency with the consultation with the banks or discount houses and other institutions also. Means 3 months 3 days, 3 months 3 days. If it is 1 day is any holiday, another 3 months 4 days. That type of maturity period is there, and that type of bills of exchange concept is there. What is bills of exchange? This is the under the purview of the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. What it says, the bills of exchange is an instrument in writing signed by the maker to pay certain sum of money only to order of a certain person and to bearer of the instrument. That type of definition, that type of concept is arises in bills of exchange. My dear student, the drawer and drawee, another name is the payee also, and some trade bills, some maturity, the pay, it can be also discounted. And the RBI also introduced the bill market concept in 1952. Later on in 1970, it can be refined also, and a reform can be made of a new bill market scheme. And under this scheme, the commercial banks can rediscount the bills also. That is the way through which the proper institution can also made in a discount market. But the bill market or commercial bill market, there are different type of bills are there: demand and users bill, inland foreign bill, clean bill, indigenous bill, export import bill for export purposes, import purposes, and these are the some of the bills through which can be paid within a particular stipulated time period. These are the particular type of commercial bill markets. Another one is, my dear student, these markets can be operated in a different way. One is a discount market through discount market and through acceptance market. How it is operate? Means it is operated through DFHI, means Discount Finance House of India, and it is also some type of trade genuine bills can be discounted by the financial intermediaries also, like commercial bank. And it is also operated through acceptance market also. Means certainly some of the acceptance houses are there, but in India there is no acceptance houses there. But in a foreign country, some of the acceptance houses, regulatory houses are there through which the particular market can be operated properly. But certain advantages are there: liquidity, negotiable, payment, investment, legal. Means there is a positive control is there, and negotiable is a self-liquidating situation is there. But certain drawbacks are also there in the bill market. What are the drawbacks? It is limited to foreign trade. Actually, the bill market is only useful at the time of exporting and importing of your goods. Means when you are exporting the goods, when you are importing the goods, you need not to immediately pay to the particular person, so that your bill is mentioned that when the goods are reached at a particular destination place through or exporting or importing, then 3 months 3 days or another 1 day will be extended, that can be the payment can be made. That type of way of doing business are called as a bill market. But another concept is in third market is after call market, after commercial bill market, another market is treasury bill. If you look at a treasury bill, that is always related to government, central government market or central government fulfilling sort type of fund requirements. These instruments are always issued by the Reserve Bank of India. You may call it as a zero coupon bonds. Zero coupon bonds means there is no rate of interest. My dear student, your concept should be clear. Coupon means COUPON. Coupon means rate of interest. There is no rate of interest will be imposed on such type of market, and the duration period of this market is 91 days, 182 days, 364 days, and there are treasury bills which can be discounted, redeemed at a particular par value also. So this type of treasury bill market are to be generated, and through which the particular type of instruments can be issued. And this is also a short-term market and short way. There is some subsidiary general ledger account they are prepared, and certainly minimum amount of bid is 25,000, and treasury bills are issued at a discount and but redeemed at par also. So these overall concept of this treasury bill market how can be operated within a 91 days and 91 days to 364. It means in between 182 days is also there. But there are certain bills are there, treasury bills are there, ordinary bill and ad hoc bills are there. And also there are different types of 91 days bill, 182 bill is there, 364 trade bill is there, through which if the bill completes on 91 days, automatically it can be auctioned on Wednesday, and the payment can be made on Friday. And if it is 182 days, the auction can be made. Auction always made on Wednesday, and paid can be on next week also. These are the some way through which the operation can be made. Another, my dear students, after call money, after commercial bill market, after treasury bill market, and another market is acceptance market. My dear students, I want to repeatedly one thing I am to repeat. Market is two types. One is money market, another one is capital market. Capital market is divided into two parts. One is primary, another one is secondary. If you talk about money market, there are the different ways or ingredients are there. Way of operation. One is call money, another one is commercial bill, another one is treasury bill market, and last one is the acceptance market. If you talk about acceptance market, that is called as a banker's acceptance in related to trade transactions. And the market is always, it is the farm and banks, in between relation between the farm and banks. And but in India there is no acceptance houses are there, means every transaction can buy the big business houses through the acceptance market also, but through the particular bank. And in relation, the bank can undertake the acceptance business houses to some extent also. So this is the way of acceptance market can be made, so that it is also a, you may call it is a short term genuine trade bills can be accepted by the financial intermediaries. My dear students, here banks are the called as acceptance market. Here you may call as NBFCs are also called as acceptance market. Here you may call as any of the financial institutions, those who are under the purview of Reserve Bank of India, you may so called as acceptance market. But these are the overall concept, and there is a contractual agreement is also there. In between, some other market are coverage under the money market, that is commercial paper, and there are different guidelines are there, and there are different features are there. It is also a short-term money market instruments, and in the form of usance, it can be also negotiable, endorsable under the delivery system. There are different type of secured commercial papers, unsecured commercial papers are there. Certificate deposits are also, which is introduced by the Reserve Bank of India in 1989 with fixed rate of interest. This is also a money market instrument. Means money market instruments means there are several ways the particular instruments can be introduced. There are several positive points also: flexibility, safety, and interbank participation certificate, which is introduced by the Bhagul, has introduced the interbank participation market is also there. Means this is the way through which the particular money market can operate it properly. But somehow some negative points related to money market are there, related to bank, related to market, related to management. What are the negative points? Sometimes it lacking integration or coordination, or sometimes it dominate the indigenous bankers. Suppose big business houses are there and they are dominate the particular market. Sometimes it has a different rates also. Sometimes lacking of organized banking system also, means sometimes if you talk about organized market is a good market, but even if sometimes it is lacks of some of the arises are in terms of the policy making, on terms of managing the business also. And if you talk about related to market, there is a limited instrument also. Like as only few instruments are operated in money market, like as a commercial paper, certificate deposits, and interbank participation, or you may call as a call money, or bills of exchange, or any type of acceptance market. These are the some few instruments are there. Lack of organized bill market is also there, and less number of dealers are there, and shortage of funds are there. But certainly some negative point related to management are like as a seasonal funds, diversity of interest rate, some interest rate changes. These are the some issues, and these are the some of the drawbacks which can be made through the particular type of market arises, that is called as the money market instruments. But certainly, but if you talk about the money market instrument, DFHIS is also there. But even if some reforms are being made in Indian money market, what type of reform? Now the interest rate is deregulated, and now the money market mutual funds are to be introduced. Now the DFHI means Discount and Finance House of India is established in 1988 to indirectly operate the Indian money market. And liquidity adjustment facility there, that is called the LAF, that is repo rate, and electronic transaction system will be introduced, and establishment of CCL, it means Clearing Corporation, also introduced in 2001. Clearing corporation means when you purchase a share and through clearing corporation through custodial, it can be deposited, and how it will be made, and that can be introduced in 2001 also. But there are certainly new developments of a in a particular money market also. There are new innovative product they are introduced also. So these are the overall concept of money market, and money market is a bigger topic on your particular subject, but however I am confined with certain points also. Now the unit 10 is the capital market. If you talk about capital market, I am always stated the capital market divided into two parts: primary market and secondary market. If you talk about primary market, that is called as a new issue market. When a company issues share for their business or the raising of funds, that type of market you may call as a IPO market. If you talk about IPO, the full form is initial public offerings. Repeatedly I am saying IPO means initial public offerings through which a new type of company can raising through funds or raising funds from the public or obtaining funds from the public. That way of business management or that way of raising of funds is through the primary market. And if you talk about secondary market, it is done through the stock exchanges also. But there is a different basic difference between the new issue market and secondary market also. There new issue market or secondary market, there are some points are there through which you can cover in the new issue market. New issue market, I am already stated, it helps for set up a new industry, set up a different type issuing the different type of share. It can directly receive from the investor also. But if you talk about the secondary market, that is deal with the stock exchange. The first stock exchange was established in India, that is called as 1875, and the name is the Native Share and Stock Brokers Association in Bombay. And you may call as today, you may call as a BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. My dear student, the first stock exchange is established in the year 1875, and in primitive days that name is Native Share and Stock Brokers Association in Bombay, and also it is also renamed called as a BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. Means, my dear student, generally everybody's mind is there that is two types of stock exchange are there. One is BSE, another one is NSE. NSE is established in the year of 91-92, but BSE is the oldest stock exchange in India. But after BSE, some Ahmedabad Stock Exchange is established in 1894, Calcutta Stock Exchange established in 1908, Madras Stock Exchange is established in 1937. But after reform of secondary market, there are some of the regional stock exchanges are established, and some of the other stock exchanges are established for operation of a particular type of trading activities. But certainly, the particular, if you talk about the new issue market of objective, there is not only the expanding of business, that is the opportunity of a new business, but there are different type of new issue market of a concept is there, how it will be raising the funds, origination, underwriting, distribution procedure is there. Origination means that you may call it as a work of investigation, analysis, new proposals, you can originate, you can mobilize the fund also. And origination also covered under the investigate the particular project, or you can appraisal the project from technical, economical and financial point of view. You can analyze the particular proposal, you can analyze the processing the proposal, and underwriter is also there who can underwrite the particular type of issues, like as he is also institution, he is also a individual, he is also a underwriting the maybe the institutional, maybe non-institutional members also, who can agree to take up the particular of funding activities. And there are different type of underwriters are there. If you talk about development bank, IDBI, IFCI, SFC, these are also called as underwriter. If you talk about investment companies, LIC, UTI and GIC, it is also called as the investment institution also. Commercial banks are also there. Stock brokers are also there to underwriting the issues. mean these are the some of the underwriters who can underwrite the particular type of new issue market. New issue market means IPO. How it will be managed? Now it is managed through the underwriters also. Through standing behind the issue, there are different methods are there. Outright purchase issue, consortium method also, and through prospectus, through the distribution of sale, it can be also made through the particular type of management can be through the particular type of new issue market. But there are certainly other way of methoding of new issue market also. There are these are the some of the methods. But if you talk about new issues, that may be the you may call it as IPOs, you may call it as FPOs, means follow-on public issue, means those existing companies, if they are traded or if they are wants money through FPOs, it can be also done through prospectus. There are address, registered of the office, name, other date of opening, closing, declaration. It can be made, and in the prospectus, the company, auditor, authority, main objects, capital structure of the company, and detail about directors and disclosure practices can be made through the particular type of in a news market also. And the right issues also there, bonus share is also there, through private placement, the new issue can be also made. Brought out deals method is there, through sponsoring, through co-sponsoring, through promoters also it is also there. There are different features through which it can be allotted, and some QIP also there, qualified institutional placement, QIB or QIP, qualified institutional placement, it can be also made. Then there are different ways through which the funds can be managed and funds can be generated, and these are the players. If you look at my PPT, you see there are some of the person who can look into this type of news market, like as a managers to issue, register to issue, underwriter, banker, advertising agencies, financial institution, government statutory agencies, and others. These are the through which the particular market can be operated properly and managed properly, both primary, both secondary market also. If you talk about secondary, that is called as a stock exchange, it is also the importance is a good economic indicator also. They are ensure the liquidity also, and they are more focusing monitor and control also particular market. But there are three participants are there. Buyer is there, seller is there, intermediary. If I am talking about intermediary, you may call as a, that is called intermediaries are called as a agents. And there are major stock exchanges are exit in India also. Some stock exchanges are now closed, but some are, but on previous days there are 23 stock exchanges are operating in India, but in present day only 6 to 7 stock exchanges are operated due to the stricter guidelines and the government of India is followed. And there are certain listing of securities also arises through the listing, means the admission of a securities in a particular company, how it will be arises and how it will be procured in listing securities. It is also there is a different advantages there. Public image can be found, continuous market can be operated, and the listing procedure is also a important aspect for any settlement of schemes also. And different stock exchange, these can be schemes can be generated through electronic data information schemes, and also in other way it can be also managed. But my dear student, if you talk about in a unit 9 is the totally based on money market, unit 10 is the based upon the that is called as a secondary market or related to stock exchange, or maybe you may call it as a capital market. And unit 11 is the regulation of capital market. If you talk about regulation of capital market, that is the establishment of SEBI. That if you talk about the regulation market, that is the market of regulation of securities contract regulation, SICA, Securities Contract Regulation Act 1956 will be introduced. If you talk about new reform, in the year of 1988, the SEBI was set up, and it can be strengthened in the year in 1992. Means it has it has been introduced and passed in the both houses of parliament in the year of 1992. My dear student, after reform period 1991-92, the particular SEBI has an existence. But what is the role of SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India? Only to regulate the business, only to regulating the working of market of the intermediaries, only to regulating the to safeguard the investment of the investors, and to promoting the investors education also, or to prohibiting the fraudulent unfair trade practices also, and to promoting the or self-regulating the organization also, through which the particular market can be made. These are the some of the ACR Act is in previous that ACR Act is there, and but in the present day ACR Act is not there. It now SEBI is a type of a different amendment they can also made to power to search and seizure, to power to freeze the bank account, to power to impose on higher penalties, and through which the particular institutional level of reform can be made in a particular type of SEBI. Means, my dear student, unit 9 is totally covered under money market and money market ingredients, and unit 10 is the covered under the only capital market. It is can be divided into primary and secondary market, or news market detail can be coverage. Unit 11 is related to SEBI or regulating of market, how it will be regulated, how the ACRA, then a SEBI will be formed, what is the objectivity behind it. And last unit is, that is unit 12, investors protection fund and corporate governance. If you talk about investors protection fund, it means the SEBI has made a greater role in investors protection fund. SEBI has a role means the SEBI can maintain various types of programs, such like as a SMSC, like as a security market awareness programs they are conducting, and they are mentioning in a different way to managing the particular type of safeguard the interest of the investors also. But if you talk about corporate governance means it is a Latin word, and the word come up from corpus, it means body, or you have to safeguard the all stakeholder, and there are different policies are there, different practices are there, different standards are there, and certainly they are promoting the fairness, transparency of accountability of the operation also. Some legal compliances are there, and shareholder interest you can protection towards interest shareholders, and you can more committed to the value of ethical value of the code of conduct of the business. But if you talk about corporate governance, several pillars are there: fairness, accountability, responsibility. Fairness of transaction, accountability is there, responsibility there, transparency there. If you correlate with these 4 pillars, then one ingredient will be evolved, that is called as a corporate governance. Means how you manage the corporate houses in a better way of extent. It is indeed to have a pillar of a corporate governance. My dear student, there is some clear strategy should be how to maintain, discipline is to maintain, transparent social responsibility also focused on, and risk management effective way, through which effective way they are also maintaining. But there are different committees also there to indeed to regulate the particular corporate governance issues, like as the Cadbury Committee and the CIA Committee, SEBI. The Cadbury Committee established in the 1992, and in India there are 3 other committees are to form. In CIA published Code of Desirable Corporate Practices 1998, and Kumar Mangalam Committee 1999, and in 2000 Clause 49 Corporate Governance Committee listing agreements are there, and there are several ways to which the particular corporate governance issues can be made. But certain committees, if you talk about Kumar Mangalam Committee in 1999, there are certain issues they are covered. Board of Director, how the audit committee will be formed, what is the remuneration, what is the board structure. Why this happen? This happen only to manage the business in proper manner. This is the way through which the particular governance can be made. But in 2004, there is another government of India also appointed a Irani committee. They have won some issues as regards to the corporate governance, which related to how the corporate houses will be managed in pyramidal structure, and what is the role of independent director, and how what are the disclosure or dissemination of information can be made, and what are the certification procedure of CFO and CO is there, and through which it can be made and proper significance can be made in a particular type of managing the corporate body or corporate houses. My dear students, thank you everybody. Another 5 minutes for your asking some questions. However, the chapter is very big enough to complete, but within a particular time period, I may coverage one by one. My dear students, in a nutshell, I want to point it out. This unit, this financial market, or this is the financial environment unit, is covered under 4 parts. One part is the money market, another part is the capital market, third one part is regulating the market, and fourth part is that is called as how the corporate governance and investors education. If you talk about money market, there are 4 ingredients are there. One is call money, commercial bill, treasury bill, acceptance houses. Only 4 parts. Listen carefully. Only 4 parts. And if you talk about capital market, that is primary market and secondary market. If you talk about primary market, that is also called as a new issue market. That is also called as a IPO market. That is also called as a initial public offerings. My dear students, certain PPTs of mine are how the particular operation can be made through the IPOs. Another one is the that is called as a new issue. Another one is secondary. If you talk about secondary, that is stock exchange. Stock exchange, how the stock exchange will be operated properly, and what are the oldest stock exchanges there, what are the nature, concept, functions are there, covered under the secondary market. But in between, another topic is added, that is called as listing. Why listing? Why listing is necessary, or listing procedure means, so if some shares are not listed in a particular stock exchange, that cannot be traded properly, that cannot be transacted properly by the different stakeholder parties. So listing is necessary, or indeed to have a and there are different procedures are there, and how it will be listed, and where it will be listed, in what particular stock exchange guidelines is there, these are covered. And last unit is another third topic is the unit 11 is the SEBI, Security Exchange Board of India. Before SEBI, only one regulation body is there, that is called as a SICA, Security Exchange Control and Regulation Act is there, 1956. But after liberalization and privatization, SEBI will be introduced, mean in the year of 1992. So that what is the role of SEBI, and how and what is the function of the SEBI, and how it will be functioning in nature, that are covered under the unit 11. And last topic is related to your investors education and also corporate governance. Corporate governance means you manage the corporate houses through fairness, through accountability, through responsibility, and through proper managing the business in a right form. That is the policies there, frame is there, and some regulatory institution are there, through which there are different committees are also there, like the Irani committee, Cadbury committee, CIA committee. There are different committees there. These are, my dear student, overall concept of this topic, that is called as a financial environment. In block 1, I have to cover socio-economic environment. Block 2, I have to cover last class, I have to cover legal environment, and today's class for the only discussion time period, that is called as only related to financial environment, and it is a very much bigger chapter. Like it means 106 slides are there to discuss, but however within a short stipulated time period, I have managed to cover this topic. If any question you have, you can ask me and I can answer one by one, and you can put through it in the chat box also. Now I am stopping my recording also. First of all, you have to ask some of the questions in the chat.